Hello everybody, my name is Eilino Vida Garcia, and today my presentation is about slow in and slow out. So what is it? Well, slow in and slow out is one of the 12 principles of animation. It's a technique that describes how objects and characters start and stop moving. This works when the item or figure in an animated film begins moving slowly, accelerates, and then decelerates. So this refers to the gradual movement whatever we are animating is going to have. I made this animation to give you an example. I drew this wheel that moves from one extreme to another. As we can see, the movement starts slowly, then builds speed, and finishes slowly. This is the process behind, and we can appreciate the steps I took to obtain this result. I have achieved this by drawing a single line and then drawing between them, usually starting with three. One at the start, then another in the middle, and one at the end. Then I add more guidelines at the ends and leaving one or very few in the middle of this line. These guidelines tell me how many frames I'm going to draw. Also thinking how it's going to deform in the process. For example, the drawing in the middle is not the same as when it starts. This is to give some elasticity to this particular animation, and we finish by adding the guidelines until we are satisfied with the fluidity that the animation is going to have. Here I made other examples. Now, why is so important in animation? Well, this is because it mimics real-world physics, making animated characters and objects look more natural and lifelike. It also gives them a certain personality and characterization. Just as fluidity by adapting to weight, momentum, and realistic movement. However, I personally think that it can also be used to give them a humorous and cartoonish touch depending on how you want to implement it. For example, this scene of Aladdin in the movie. Without slow in and slow out, things feel mechanical. For example, our wheel will pass to look like this to this, just like robots move their parts at a constant speed. We can see slow in and slow out in many movies, giving them that naturalness and reflecting how faster the movement will appear. The less spacing or distant travel between frames, the slower the action will be. By adding variation to our spacing, you will be breathing life into your characters and making your shots more interesting to watch. I hope this presentation has provided you with a clear vision of the topic, and I invite you to continue practicing and learning to implement slow in and slow out in your animations. Thank you very much for your attention.